obviously your first Fight Island appearance. It comes with a lot of travel, some sleep schedule, changes, all that. How
Yeah.
have you felt so far about the experience?
It's really good. I mean, everyone seems to be like stressing out and like about the sleep schedule. I was like, wait, should I be stressed out that I'm not stressed out? I'm like, I literally haven't taken a nap. I'm just sleeping 8 hours a night, and I'm like going, and then everyone's like, oh, well, you're fighting at this time. You gotta wake up. I'm like, listen, I'll wake up. If I have to fight, I'll be awake. We'll figure it out. If I'm gonna lose a fight because I didn't get enough, a couple hours of sleep, then I probably wasn't gonna win anyway. So yeah, if I'm tired, sleep. If not,
That's a good
just
point.
work out.
Your last fight, a lot was made, of course, of the name, right? It was
Hmm.
the last name again. But putting that aside, I mean, how important was it for you just to go out there and perform the way you did and get a result the way you did to kind of move forward in your career?
Yeah, I always think that after a loss, the best way to get over it's another win. And more importantly, the type of stuff that I did in that fight with Antonina is some of the stuff that some people thought, oh, you got better at wrestling and jiu-jitsu. I'm like, no, I've always known how to do it. I just haven't done it in the fight. So that was a big fight for me to gain confidence in that part of my game and show that I'm more than just a striker.
Right? So then you come off of that, and they match you up with a former champion, somebody that's accomplished some great things in the sport. What did you think when they offered this matchup? What was your initial reaction?
I was excited. I think for a while I was like asking for a fight, and it seemed I'm looking down the division and everyone was already matched up, and they were matched up for like a couple months. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to wait for a long time to fight. So I was kind of stressed out about it, and then the opportunity for Andrade came up, so I was super excited. Like, matchmakers text me, I'm like, yep, right away. I've like never said no to a fight. I've been begging for any fight. I was like, I'll fight a bantamweight, whatever. Just give me something. So then to get like a former UFC champion, I was like, oh, okay, this is even better. I'll take it.
What do you think about physically the style, right? Because, I mean, obviously you're going to be a lot taller than she
Hmm.
is, but she's known for kind of her power that she's had even when competing in higher weight classes. So,
Yeah.
and kind of breaking her down, how do you see that? You being bigger, but maybe she's stronger? I don't know.
Yeah, I think that she, at strawweight, she's able to bully girls around, and that's kind of like her advantage when she's able to bully them around and kind of use her size. That's to her advantage. But she really didn't do that too much in bantamweight, and the girls that she lost to were either bigger or taller and rangier strikers. So I'm definitely bigger than her, and I'm definitely taller. I think I'm like 8 inches taller than her. It's like the same as if I fought John Jones. So I'm like, yeah, okay. We're gonna try to. Obviously, the game plan's to use my range and keep distance.
That's awesome. So, last thing for me, I mean, what really is driving you right now? Because, I mean, obviously, such a dominant champion in your division, it's tough. And obviously, being the champion is what drives everybody. So, what's keeping you motivated right now? What keeps you, pushing hard every day?
I just love training. It's like, for me, I'm like, I think I'll be like that old lady in the gym that's like telling like the new pros, like, oh, I used to do this back in the day, and they'll roll their eyes at me. I just, as soon as I get home, I go to the gym, and if I can't train, I watch practice. So for me, it's just, I don't know what else to do if I'm not training. So I think I just love it so much that it's not necessarily a factor of me being motivated. It's just kind of what I do.
To mean anything, I think you got bumped up to the co-main event now.
Yeah, I kind of thought I was the co-main event, and then when I got here, I was like, "Wait, I'm not." And then they switched it. I was like, "Okay, yeah, that's where I should be."
So was
Yeah.
it a bummer initially?
Huh?
Was it a bummer initially?
No, I just kept seeing like half the places I was seeing I was co-main event, and then half of the place I wasn't. So, yeah, they told me today, and I was like, "Ooh, I get an extra half hour to sleep in."
Do you think Jennifer Maia poses any chance against Valentine?
No, absolutely not. I don't think her striking's not dynamic, not very good. She, when I could tell in the fight with her that she looked scared. I'm not always able to read the fighters, but sometimes I can, and I knew right away that I was like, oh, she's scared to like really get in there and hit. So, and I don't think her jiu-jitsu is very, very good either. So, yeah.
Outside of, I assume, yourself, do you see any other female in the division like posing a threat?
No, no. I think they're all kind of like, they're all the same, about the same level. I don't see anyone standing out anywhere specifically. I think some girls might be tough, but I don't think anyone's technical enough.
Then unrelated to the fight, what was the Instagram post you shared? The square, the orange square. I think it was Peace for Armenia.
Oh
What
yeah,
is
the
that? What
red
is that
square. Yeah, there's just like there's a war going on in Armenia, and the media is not really covering it right now. So I try to use my platform to, kind of spread the word and let people know that there's like, they're being bombed, and a lot of innocent like women and children are being killed, and 18 and 19-year-old boys are going from California or flying back going to war and dying right now, and the media is like not even covering anything about it. And I post a red square and I get lots of like people commenting on my stuff telling me like the genocide was like they're just trying to finish the genocide and stuff. So it's pretty intense, and I try not to get like too political, but if I can use my platform to just spread awareness and have people, if it just is enough for people to kind of, hey, what's going on, look it up, maybe it'll help.
Were you aware of the controversy surrounding Edmund's flag when he walked out last time? And what was that about?
Yeah, from what I don't understand, from what I heard, like he wasn't allowed to walk out with that flag. I don't know why. I don't really know the details about it. And I think, if they let them, the UFC lets them walk out, I think the employee might have gotten in trouble, so I don't know why he got in trouble for it. I don't know the details of it, but yeah.
You spoke to Brett, I think, yesterday, and you said that you look forward to starting a family.
Mhm.
And then you thought about making your last fight, the last one of your career. Do you think about like the same for this next fight against Jessica? And what motivated you to stay?
Yeah, I think like what I said about it kind of got like put out of context. I think, I'm very honest with how I feel. I think most fighters are like, oh, I'm in it. Oh, this is all I'm focused on. And it's like, well, it's okay to say that you're focused on your life outside after fighting. I think it's a problem if you're not focused on it, because that's a majority of your life is not fighting. So I think that me just saying how I feel and saying like now I'm at a point in my life where I can see myself having a family, and that's kind of a factor I need to put into fighting, because I'm a female. Unfortunately my husband can't have the baby for me, so and for me personally, once I have children, I don't want to keep fighting. So just being honest and saying I want to do that. I think some people take it as, oh, she's not focused. She's already out of it. And I think I said that I'm taking it one fight at a time, meaning I'm just focusing on this fight, and then we'll see. And then people are like, she said this is her last fight. I'm like, no, I didn't say it was my last fight. I said that, I'm taking it one fight at a time. I'm not I was asked if I'm like, if I know how many fights or if I have a time frame. I said, no, I'm not putting a time frame on it. I think that's bad. When a fight comes, if I'm motivated and I'm in it, then I'm in it. Yeah. Thanks. Good.
Cool.
All right.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.